All right. We are out here messing around again. You know, I ain't even prepped. All right, let me just, hold on. All right, here we go. We are doing the alternator. Gotta wait to cool off some more. This alternator has done a fantastic job. The power steering pump had leaked lubricants. I think I had the crankshaft seal all the way down here in the bottom, the main big one. Like I think it's another one down. It was throwing oil and throwing fluid all over it, and it was doused. I put some degreaser on it, and it has been good for the last. This happened like maybe a year and a half ago. It's been good for the last year and a half. I am not going to. I don't like being stranded as a result of a bad alternator, so I'm going to have this one on standby. I'm going to douse it again. I'm going to clean it excessively. I'm going to put water. I'm going to try that trick and degreaser and clean it and have it sit and dry out completely. In the event that my new one decides to die, and we're going to sub her in for this one right here. 160 amps. I don't even remember the brand name of it. It is definitely off of eBay. I am going to link the part description in the comment section, in the video description. Sorry. According to the description, it's made in America. 160 amps is not the typical output for most car alternators. It's usually 105, 110, maybe even 115. I just want a little more oomph. I want a little more pickup with the electrical in the car. And again, the older one is not doing a bad job, but I want a little more confidence, I guess. And again, I'm going to keep this one in the event that I get stranded for whatever reason, that this eBay one decides to clunk out. It has a name on eBay. I forgot what it was. If it does fail, you will learn from my mistake. And it's essentially, it's a more or less a product review for this particular alternator. It's actually made by B&R Parts in the United States, and it had fantastic reviews, and 58 of them sold. So we're gonna run it, and we're gonna remove this particular radiator. But first, taking out this fan. Removing this fan is easy. Clips, bolt. And first, I'm sorry, you got to take out the overflow reservoir for your fluid. Do not unhook this. You don't need to unhook that. It's a reservoir. It holds the fluid, so you can pull this off, and stick it here to get to this fan. I see a lot of people just trying to get down here. You don't have to. This is not a hard job at all. This is not like many other alternators on other cars or trucks. It's just moving a couple pieces and you're in there. Oh, and these are all 10 millimeters. So you got a 10, 10, 10, 10. And I almost forgot. The main thing, make sure you're taking off your negative power cable. You can take out both of them just to be that much safer. But take this off. You're dealing directly with the main source of electricity in this car, the main source of amps. Take this off. Again, the ratcheting wrench makes light work of everything. All right, so your overflow reservoir is up, your negative battery terminal is off, and now we're getting to this fan. So this is loose from these here, and now we're going to unclip to bring it up. And it's just like every other clip. You're pushing in, you're pushing that down, and then you're pulling out. All right, the clip is tucked in behind the low pressure hose here, and it gives us good access, good access to these bolts. There should be one here, and one somewhere up in here. Your extension should be fine. You should be able to. Yeah, that's warm. I can get that from both sides actually, so that's cool. But before you do that, take off your belt, and this is all it is. Gives you very easy leverage. All that is fantastic. I can just pull that thing right on off. See how it loosens up? Whee! My days of PVC pipe and leverage are over. That was effortless. Sometimes this could be a pain with PVC pipe. You're trying to get a good grip on that nut down there that's on your pulley. Oh, he'll do it, won't he? Next item up are these two. This plug here and this one here. Let me expose this thing. And all this is another terminal, basically like this up here, but down here. It should be. It looks it looks small. It's a 10 millimeter. Again, the ratchet and wrench, light work. All right, so that's loose, off, and this is off. Now we got 3 bolts left. One, it should be a 12, and so this is what we're pulling out on that one. So it's one up. This is the one where we're at now. And you got 2 of them in the crevice at the bottom. So they're nestled. All right. You should be able to. I should be able to work it out. I'm putting gloves on now because this engine is still warm. Be mindful of that. It's warm. It's hot. It's uncomfortable to the touch. And if you get down low enough, like I'm right. My eyes are right on top of this. This line right here. There. Let me just line up the wrench first. Hold on. One is right there. That is literally on the low pressure line. So that's the angle. You shouldn't have any problem getting to that at all. That's the bottom right. That's the top. Take note when you put them back in. And look, this is the angle for the second one. You're just on the other side of that going up. Good job, Acura, for not making this a pain. But you should have complete leverage on that nut, just like that. Again, 12 millimeters all the way around. And the third one's off. I just got to pull the rest of it off. This is all I have. So you got your nut, your 12 millimeter. And I got the smallest extension in the Pittsburgh pack. So it's like 2 inches literally. That's all you need. So all the bolts are out. That's bottom left, bottom right, top. And let me work these bad boys. Hold on. But yeah, she's out of there. You can see the remnants. I'm gonna brush some of that off. That's your AC compressor. I think that's your water pump. I could be wrong. But that's your power stand, and it's just it takes a little torquing, nothing extreme, and you just pull it right out. And this is what it looked like. So as I told you, it was doused on the backside with a bunch of oil, and it still functioned pretty good. Like, that's a lot of gunk in there. I'm gonna clean it. Still works. Again, I just don't want to be stranded because it's going on its 5th into 6th year. Good job, girl. We gonna send in the lefty. And it's in there. Just when you put it in there, put the nose in first. Well, obviously put the nose in first. You can torque this a little bit. You can torque that a little bit, and you should be fine. Then I'll just line up the first one which will line up the other three. The other two. Also, while we're down here, this is basically all you're doing to remove the radiator as well. You can boop this, of course, on a cold engine, please, God. And that's your drain plug right here. That's where you access it at from the bottom. But both of these are in. This one's finger tight. This one's kind of finger tight. Ugh. And this one here, you're not going to be able to get your hand in there, so just torque it down. Guess if you can feel, I don't even know the pounds. Just make sure it's snug. All right, she's in there. Again, no extreme torque. Just if I wanted to put a lot of torque on it now, I can. When I come back, it should be a little seized due to heat, but it shouldn't be extreme pulling it off. That's all you want to do. This is on. Matter of fact, let me ratchet wrench this back in. All right, so we got this in. Got the ratchet and wrench. I got 1, 2, 3 back in. I think we can put the belt back on now, but I don't want to. What's next? The fan. So you just dropping it in, and you can't put it in backwards because that's the only way the plug can go on the side. And your notch is on the top. But this here and this here are lining up on those two holes down there. I'll mark them. That's all that's holding it in. That and the torque you place on these through that. All right, so that fan's back in. That's hand tight. It's essentially broke. Like, if it's that old, it's not. You're not bolting anything down with this. Like, that's how old it is. You're just keeping it in place. It's got a crack right here and a crack right there. I'm definitely not gonna buy a new one. But you're gonna click. These are in. And left. What's left is this serpentine. All right. That was probably the most complicated out of this whole job, is getting that back on. It came off on the bottom, and that's actually kind of easy. Now we're to the moment of truth. Let's see if new hotness fires right up as, and I forgot to put the negative battery cable back on. Oh, and by the way, if y'all not familiar with the TSX, most cars you have two hood prop points. So you can do it, right here, and you do the one way back there as well. Oh, she likes. Ooh. You can like. You can subscribe. Any questions, comments concerning this particular project, leave them in the comment section. Until next time.